Have you ever wondered why some people keep growing while others stay in the same place for years? Do you know what it feels like to try and try, but see no change? Have you ever looked at someone and thought, why is their life moving forward while mine feels stuck? You're not alone. Many people live each day hoping for growth, but forget the one thing that truly makes it happen: investment, not in money, but in themselves. If you've ever been that dreamer, working hard but feeling stuck, this story is for you. Once upon a time, in the quiet village of Ndera, surrounded by tall green hills and red, dusty roads, lived a young woman named Amina. She was 27 years old, strong, kind, and always busy. Amina worked at the village market, selling fruits and vegetables every morning. Her dream was simple. She wanted to grow a big business, one that could change her family's life. But no matter how hard she tried, her basket always looked the same. Her stall was small, her customers few. Every morning, she woke before sunrise, carried her basket to the market, and whispered to herself, "Maybe today will be different." But the days passed, and nothing changed. While others in the village seemed to grow, opening new stalls, buying better clothes, building new houses, Amina's life stayed still. People began to talk. "She works hard," said one woman, "but maybe hard work isn't enough." Amina smiled when she heard them, but deep inside, her heart was heavy. She felt like a tree that refused to grow, no matter how much she watered it. One rainy evening, after a long day at the market, Amina sat alone under the big mango tree near the river. Her hands were tired, her feet sore, and her spirit weak. She whispered to the wind, "Why do others grow and I stay the same?" At that moment, an old man named Baba Sule walked by. He was known in the village as the wise farmer, the kind of man whose crops always grew tall, even in the driest season. He saw Amina and smiled gently. "Why such a heavy face, my daughter?" Amina sighed. "Baba, I work every day, but nothing changes. My stall is small, my money little. I want to grow, but I don't know how." Baba Sule nodded slowly. He reached into his pocket and brought out two small seeds. One was bright and round, the other small and dry. "Take these," he said. "Plant one near your home and the other by the river. Then watch what happens." Amina frowned. "Just two seeds?" she asked. "Yes," he said, "two seeds, but they will teach you the truth about growth." Confused but curious, Amina took the seeds. She planted the first one near her hut, where the soil was dry and hard. Then she planted the second by the river, where the ground was soft and rich. Days passed. She watered both, but when she looked after 2 weeks, she saw the truth. The seed by the river had sprouted, green and alive. The one near her house had died. Her heart sank. "Why?" she whispered. The next day, she went back to Baba Sule. That night, Amina couldn't sleep. The words "right soil" echoed in her mind. She looked around her small hut, the same baskets, the same fruits, the same old ways. Then she realized she had been working hard, but never learning how to work better. She had never saved, never studied, never asked others how they grew. For the first time, she understood what Baba Sule meant. "If I want to grow," she whispered, "I must invest in myself first." The next morning, instead of going straight to the market, Amina visited the home of Mama Halima, a woman known for her successful fruit trade. She asked, "Mama, will you teach me how you choose your fruits, how you speak to customers?" Mama Halima smiled. "Of course, child. Sit down and learn." Days turned into weeks. Amina began to learn small things: how to arrange fruits in color, how to greet each customer with warmth, how to save a small part of her money every day. It was not easy. Some days she was tired. Some days she wanted to quit. But she remembered Baba Sule's words: "Plant yourself in the right soil." So she kept going. Weeks became months. Her hands grew stronger, her heart calmer. She saved enough to buy a small sign for her stall: Amina's Fresh Fruits. Children began to run to her first. Women came to her for advice. Even travelers stopped by her stall. And one day, when she looked at her table, she saw it: a new basket, full and bright. A tear rolled down her cheek. "It's growing," she whispered. "I'm growing." A year later, the village of Ndera looked different. Amina's stall had turned into a small shop. She now helped 2 young girls from the village earn their first income. People began to say, "Look at Amina. She's become one of the best sellers in the market." But Amina only smiled. One evening, she returned to the same mango tree where she had met Baba Sule. He was there, watching the sunset. She sat beside him and said softly, "Baba, I finally understand your seeds." He smiled. "Tell me, my daughter, what did you learn?" "The seed by my house died because I gave it no life." I was like that seed. I worked, but I never grew inside. The one by the river lived because it had what it needed: care, water, learning. That's what I gave myself. Baba nodded slowly. "Then you have learned the truth about investment. It is not about money first. It is about planting yourself where your spirit can grow." Amina looked at the sky as the sun sank behind the hills. The wind was warm, carrying the smell of ripe mangoes. She smiled. "Now I will teach others to grow too." Dear friend, maybe you are like Amina once was, working hard but feeling stuck. Remember this: every one of us is a seed, but no seed grows just because it wants to. It needs the right soil. Your soil is your learning, your habits, your courage to change. If you stay where your mind cannot grow, you will stay small. But when you invest in learning, in discipline, in patience, you begin to rise. Start today. Read 1 page, save 1 coin, practice 1 new skill. Because the longer you wait, the harder the soil becomes, and the world is waiting for your roots to grow deep. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to believe in growth again. Subscribe to EchoTales, where every week we share stories that water your soul and strengthen your English. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and keep planting yourself in the right soil. See you in the next story.